Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Live TV. We are excited to be back with another evening of conversation, entertainment, and inside the talented creators that make an impact in the independent world. Live TV is presented tonight by Ladies in Film and Television, where we come with opportunities for professionals throughout the entertainment industry. Tonight, we are continuing our road to our fourth annual Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards. And y'all remember, TIFA returns Saturday, September 26th, back at the Bob Duncan Center in Arlington, Texas, to celebrate filmmakers across Texas. We are excited, y'all. Now, tonight, you're going to meet some of this year's official TIFA nominees. So make sure you subscribe to the Live TV YouTube channel, share tonight's broadcast, and stay connected with Ladies in Film and Television. So we're going to go ahead and get started, y'all. Are y'all ready? Because we're excited. We have our first guest in the house, and I'm really excited about this guest, everybody. What makes me so excited about her is that she's only 6 years old, like 6 years old. So without further ado, and if you're in the room, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me give y'all the house rules. Okay. When you walk in somebody's house, you speak, right? If you go to somebody's house, are you able to just walk in people's houses, like, don't say nothing? If you out here in this chat, I need y'all to speak. I need y'all to say hello. And I need y'all to say what's up to Miss Nyla Channell. So welcome to the stage, everybody. Nyla Channell. Come on, Nyla. Hi, Nyla.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Well, welcome. We welcome you to the show, and we're so excited to have you. And I know that your mom, Shannon, is backstage on stage with you. So we're going to be talking to her in a minute. But I just want to say congratulations. How did you feel when you found out that you were nominated for Best Actress?
I felt really happy, but we had a party for our like school, and we were going to like this water park. So we like my mom just told me that like when we just got there, so it was so like weird timing.
So you were just so excited, and you're nominated for Best Actress. This is so cool. Now, you're nominated with the film that's called Gone Away. Can you tell us the name of the character you play, or do you remember the name of the character?
I think the character's name was Daisy.
Daisy. Okay. So what was your favorite part about being in the movie?
My favorite part was that they let us like swing on the swings when we got to do the park part of the scene, and it was really fun.
Okay, so you got a chance to get on the park, so swing in a scene in the movie. Okay, all right. So did you have was that your favorite scene to film, or was it another scene that was your favorite?
That was my favorite scene because it was really fun, and they let us do it for a little bit. So like before like they like started filming, they let us like swing for a little bit, and it was like telling us what to do. But it was fun.
Okay, so you got a chance to have a little fun while you was working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while you were on set, who made you laugh the most on set? Was somebody really funny on set that just made you laugh?
Not really, but I think there's the other actor, and he was really funny.
One of your actors, one of your okay, that was really funny. Now, wow, was there anything you had to practice before you started filming? Do you take acting lessons, or what did you do to prepare?
So what we did to prepare was, so they have like this little like Zoom meeting where they invited like the other actor, and we got to like do the scene and like do the script before like we actually like went and did the like movie. So, yeah, they did a little Zoom meeting, and yeah.
Okay, so you got a chance to get on a Zoom call. Had you ever been on Zoom call before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you were familiar with the Zoom call. Have you been in any other movies, or was this your first movie?
I'm pretty sure this is my first movie, but I am not positive, but my mom probably knows, but I think so.
Okay. Can we talk to your mom just for a moment?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all, we're going to meet. Hi, Shannon. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. She's such a doll. So tell us, is this her first movie?
Yes, this is her first movie.
Okay, so did she audition, and how did she get involved in this movie?
She submitted her audition, or she submitted the audition request, and they sent her the scripts, and she did a live audition for this movie.
Really? So is she in any more movies, or is this just she's done so far? Is anything else coming up?
Commercials and that, but this is her first movie.
Okay, so what part of Texas, if y'all don't mind, are y'all in? Are you in Fort Worth, Dallas area?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay, cool. So therefore, everybody that's watching, that means she's available for more movies, right or wrong, Mom? No more movies?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh. Sorry. Okay. So, Nyla, do you want to be in more movies when you get older?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is your favorite movie right now?
I don't really have a favorite because there's a lot of movies to pick from. So I don't really have a favorite.
You don't have you don't have a favorite movie. Do you have a favorite character?
I would say Stitch.
Stitch. I like Stitch. What do you like about Stitch?
I think he's very cute.
You think he's very cute. Okay. So what would you like to, there's a lot of people I'm sure that's cheering for you. So I asked you backstage earlier about TIFA and if you were coming. So you are coming to the award show?
Yeah.
So can you tell us what you're going to wear, or is that a secret?
It is a secret.
Let me just ask this. Is cowboy boots and cowboy hats involved in the outfit? Would you be wearing that? Maybe. So if anybody want to know what you're going to have on the red carpet, they need to show up, right?
Yeah.
Get a ticket, right? Okay, y'all heard Nyla. She said if y'all want to see what she's going to be rocking at the show, you need to show up for a ticket, okay? Wow, Nyla, this is so exciting. I mean, we're really proud of you. I was really shocked when I got your bio and saw that you were 6 years old. So what grade does that make you? First grade?
I'm actually 7 years old.
You're 7 now?
I'm in second grade.
Second grade. So do any of your friends know that you were in a movie?
Only a few people.
Oh, only a few people. Okay. Yeah, because they might be, stalking if they find out you're a superstar like you are. So I can get it. You want to kind of keep that on the hush, and because, they might, people be weird out here sometimes. So, wow, just keep it few. But pretty soon everybody's going to know, because Nyla, you have the look and everything that is needed for this industry. And when I saw your photo, I was like, it is so cute. And I cannot wait to meet you. We already got somebody in the audience saying they can't wait. That's Miss Annie. She loved the kids. She said, I can't wait to meet her. Yes. So I got a fun question. If you could play any character in a movie, a princess, a superhero, a doctor, or anything, what would you be?
I would like to be a princess.
A princess. Okay. Directors and producers, are y'all listening? She wants to be a princess in a movie. We're making sure they hear you out there. So is there anything that you want to tell us about the film that you were in? That without giving all of it away, is it what did you like? Have you watched the film? You got a chance to premiere it?
Not really, but I watched like a quick half of it, just like a little part.
Oh, okay, a little part. What did you think?
I liked it. It's a good movie, but I haven't seen like all of it, so I wouldn't know like the rest of the parts. But I think that I really like it, and it's really cool to be in a movie.
Oh, I bet it is. I love movies. I love watching them, and I think I like writing and producing them more and directing. But I love movies as well. I am so excited for you, Nyla, in this opportunity that you are nominated for Best Actress. That is big, Nyla. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That is big. Like, that is big. So we can't wait to see you on the red carpet, and we will definitely be having you ready for interviews. And I see you have no problem talking, so you're just going to win us over. Everyone, if you have not got a chance to get your tickets to TIFA 2026, we encourage you to go to our website that is scrolling at the bottom, or you can do this QR code and scan that QR code at the top. Nyla, what do you want to tell people about the show, about them coming out to the award show, about them? Do they need to get tickets, or what do you want to tell them?
I want them to get tickets.
And show up, because we're going to have a great time. We always have a great time. And how can it, Mom, how can we follow her? Does she have any social media or anything that you're running for her that we can follow her on?
Yeah, she has Instagram and TikTok, and it's just her name, Nyla _Channell.
Okay, so it's Nyla _ I'm going to type it in here. And that's on TikTok?
And Instagram.
Okay, so TikTok. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to share it to, so that people, if they come on after, is Nyla _Channell, and that's it, right? Yep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and share that out. Y'all go ahead and go on over there right now. We need everybody to start following her on her social media, commenting, and get her views and her followers and all that good stuff up. Mom, is there anything that you want to share with us about Nyla and her experience and your experience before we go?
No, just her username has 2 L's.
It has 2 L's? Okay, let's fix that. That's okay. 2. Are you ready for the show, Mom?
We still need to get our tickets, but yes.
Okay. Well, we're excited. We're excited for everybody. And it's just, I mean, when I saw her photo come across my desk, I'm like, oh my God. And I was not expecting that. So, and it's NYLA _ Channell, CHANNELL. And that's on TikTok and Instagram, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we got it. We got it. So we're going to go ahead and blast that out, y'all. That is it. Go ahead and take a screenshot of it right quick if you want to share it. And thank you, Nyla, so much for joining us tonight. Is there anything you want to say to everybody before you go?
Yes. I want to say I am hoping to see you there.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I can't wait to see you there. And thank you so much, Nyla, for joining us tonight. Thank you, Shannon, for bringing her on. And we will see you next month at the Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards Show 2026. And congratulations again. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh my God, y'all. She's so adorable. Oh my God, it can't get no better than that. We are really excited, y'all, about the guests that we have on. And today, this is our first time running them this back-to-back like this. We have so many nominees. And when we send it out for them to register, they got right on and registered, y'all. So before I go into our next guest, I do want to send our warmest condolences out. I'm sure all of you know. If you don't know, I'm sharing the news that we lost a legend, not Texas legend, a legend. Dolly Parton passed away today, and it has really touched our hearts. I love Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton was a person. Number one, you know why I love her? Because she kept it real, like 100. She didn't care. She loved all people. She didn't care your race, your gender, anything. She was just straight up about how she felt. So we want to send out condolences to the family. We're all her friends. I feel like I'm her friend. I've been knowing Dolly since I knew myself, because she's, of course, older than me. So we just want to send our love from Ladies in Film and Television out to the family of Dolly Parton. And y'all continue to keep them in your prayers, because she's definitely going to be missed. And we just love her so much. Now, to our next guest, y'all. We moving right along. I have my next guest. He's nominated for Best Editor. And with the film, y'all, this film, Whispers Beyond, I want him to come and talk about this film, because when I saw this film, I'm like, oh my God, it's going to touch so many in regards to this film. And I'm actually have written a stage play that we're doing in November that it's similar. Let me just say that. So I'm going to bring out our guest, y'all. I need you to give it up, show the love, say hello to him. Y'all know the rules. Oliver Brooks from Whispers Beyond Bars. Come on, Oliver.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Doing really well. Also, yeah, R.I.P. Dolly.
I know. That just really just broke my heart to read that today. But listen, you done a phenomenal job with the film Whispers Beyond Bars. Tell us, let me say congratulations. I'm sorry, on your Best Editor nomination.
Thank you.
So tell us, how did you become involved with this film, Whisper Beyond Bars?
So I met our director, Marcy, the brain behind the operation, through our advocacy work. I worked for an advocacy nonprofit based in Washington, D.C. I was on the recovery side of things, and Marcy was helping with social media. We became fast friends, and basically it was a total accident. I got a call. I was driving around Minneapolis on a punk rock shoot, and Marcy gave us a call and said, "Hey, my film crew dropped out last minute. Can you guys help with this?" And I feel so blessed to have gotten that call. And I, of course, like, Marcy's the kind of person that I would drop everything for. So,
I can tell. I mean, I really can tell. I started following her on her social media, and I'm like, oh my God. So, and her story behind this, ooh, wow.
It's heavy. It's a little heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. What? When you heard her story, what did you think? Because when you meet her, I'm looking at her. You'll be like, no.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I think I would say I'm a person in recovery from substance use disorder. So I will say that most of my best friends in the world and the people that I trust my whole life to have backgrounds that are, they've got some similarities there. And I just think, hearing her story and the advocacy work that she puts forward for women in Texas specifically and all over the nation is just incredible. It's just incredible.
Wow. I totally agree. Yes, give it up. Now, for people, you got nominated for Best Editor. Now, for people who may not understand everything on the editor side, how would you describe your role?
Sure.
In shaping the story.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was a small indie production, pretty tight crew. So when it comes to the editing, I had the good fortune of being on set and participating in the narrative itself, just in terms of seeing it all play out. We shot out of sequence, right? Like all of the things were out of order. But Marcy had this delicate script that really handled some of the nuances of the storytelling well. So really what I did is I took all of those terabytes of footage and I made it make a story. I think there's definitely an art to editing.
It is.
Make the flow happen and make it so that the awkward cuts don't pull you right out of the experience. So yeah, I just, I stitched it all together and I did a bunch of the sound work and that's about it, really.
So let me ask you this. When you received the footage, what did you want the audience to feel? Because there's definitely some feelings going on in this film.
Absolutely. I mean, just reading the script, you know how deep this goes and how real it is, I think is really the thing that hit me. And I really wanted to convey that, like, yes, this is a narrative short film, but it's also a work that is so deeply rooted in the lived experience of people. And so, I think there are many different schools of thought with editing, like Marvel movies are edited so everyone has a really fun time. And I wanted this to be a work of art that is accessible for people, but I wanted them to feel the connection to these characters that are so based in, like, Marcy did a bunch of interviews to get real stories of real women. Wow. And I wanted it to feel, I wanted that feeling to come through. I wanted the emotions to really play front and center for folks. So yeah.
Wow. So how did you, like, when you were doing like the pacing and the emotional rhythm, how did you determine, like, I needed this here and there? I mean, as an editor, because if you're not an editor, you're just doing stuff. But how did you determine that?
I think for me, I'm someone I've loved kind of the art house side of film for my whole life. Started watching like Stanley Kubrick movies as a kid, probably way too young, but so it's deep in there. And so I think for me, I'm not afraid to sit in people's feelings and take my time through the edit. However, when I want things to elevate and I want people to get really excited about it, then like faster cuts. And I think making sure that the camera lives in sort of the perspective of the people who you're trying to empathize with.
Right. So. I love that. And was there any I'm sure it was a scene that changed significantly once you got in the editing room, like it just totally changed?
I think there is a correct answer to that question. The when the parallel narratives are layered on top of each other, and there's the scene in the doctor's office where they're both giving birth, and just layering that back and forth. Marcy had this brilliant vision, and admittedly, I got the footage and it felt pretty overwhelming. It's it's probably the emotional height of the whole kind of story. And our actresses and actors put in like just powerhouse performances. So that was really fun as an editor to be able to work with and put it all together. And then we had this incredible song that just underscores the whole thing.
Yes.
And I think, just as an editor, that was like, I felt like my creative juices just kind of going at that point. That was really the most exciting moment in the film, just because, it's got to be the part that hits. And I, not to toot my own horn, but like, I'm really stoked at how it came out. Toot.
Yes, toot it. I mean, because like I say, I watched the film, and for those of you I don't know, is there any way that anyone, if they want to go see the film, how can they go see the film? Because I know a lot of times when you're, which ours is a award show, we're not a film festival, but some festivals you can't show. So are they able to see the film?
Yes, absolutely. So the easiest way is just on Marcy's YouTube channel. If you search Whispers Beyond Bars, the full movie. We've been touring festivals or specifically Marcy's been really hitting the festivals and screenings hard over the last year since we shot it, a little less than a year since we got this thing put together. And so as we've gone through the festival process, she's finally been able to put it on her personal YouTube channel, and it is there for free. And I think it's just one of those narratives that if you watch it, you'll understand why we're trying to get as many folks to see this as possible. I think it's a moving piece, and I think that it's saying some powerful things about carceral and justice advocacy.
Right. And for the people that don't know what we're talking about, give them, and I probably should have did this earlier, but I wanted y'all to stay in and listen. Now we're going to let y'all give them a brief synopsis of this film.
Absolutely. So it is what we call a parallel narrative. It follows two women, both in the end portion of their pregnancies. And one of them is incarcerated and one of them is in the free world, and just showing the absolute dichotomy of what those two situations look like. And it follows these women through the process of having a child, again, free and incarcerated. And I don't want to give away the ending, so I think that's where if that sounds interesting to you,
it is very interesting, and to be able to show the difference of how this works. I mean, that I thought it was just brilliant. And there was a celebrity that was kind of tied to this.
That's what they tell me. I am just I hide behind a camera and behind my editing computer, and so we're really blessed to have a wonderful consulting producer on the film. And so just again, I'd leave that more for Marcy's side of things, because she is the brains behind every operation.
Yes.
And just like sneak peek, her and I just shot another film that's just entering the edit, so there's more to come.
Oh, well, and that was actually one of my questions. So you guys are working on something, a new movie.
Absolutely.
Okay. Wow. So so how many films? I mean, how many films have you done?
So I have mostly been in corporate and social media my whole life. So I really got into the narrative filmmaking and videography it started during the pandemic. I was working for a church at the time.
Everybody started finding new things to do.
You had to.
Yeah.
So I was working for a church at the time, and then that was like every week, just getting my editing chops way up. And the first film I made was almost Nyla's age. It was a zombie movie, and I think I was 13. So it's in my heart. It's in my heart.
It's in your heart.
That's
good.
And now it's what I do, and that's
wow,
an unbelievable blessing.
You're walking in your passion, and that is a good thing. And a lot of times people think, oh, you just I'm making so much money. Is of course, who don't want to make money? I mean, come on, we all want to make money, but when it's a passion, that's everything. How is that for you? I mean, is that just me thinking like that? But if it's I just love what I do.
I can assure everyone I'm broker than I've been since my early 20s, and I am having a great time. Some of my dreams have come true. I got to shoot a concert at First Avenue Prince's nightclub in Minneapolis, and I got to go in the green room, and it was like, that's something I dreamed about as a little kid, and it's like, wow. And that's my life now, and that's just unbelievable.
Wow. So you working on something new. Now let me ask you this. What did it mean to you when you learned that your work has earned a Best Editor nomination with TIFA this year? So how was that?
Incredibly humbling. I'm very, very honored. I went into this, and I'm someone who tries to not get too in my own ego, but just really grateful. Just really grateful.
Wow. I mean, and it's well deserved. Like I said, the film, we had a lot of films that come through, and I can't wait, because we can't share none of the judges' comments until after the award show. So you'll get a chance to see their feedback, because we love sharing the feedback, whether if it's good, so good, or I like this, but you need to do this. So I think that's valuable in itself, right?
For sure.
And so, but I can't wait to get you guys to see the feedback that the judges left you all on the show. But we're going to get ready to close. These 15 minutes go so fast. Tell us how to follow you, and is anything you want to, I didn't say anything that you want to say before we close out. Are you coming to the show? Are you going to be able to make it to the show?
I unfortunately am not going to, and I am so bummed. Marcy will be there repping the team. So
good.
I send all of my love, but maybe next year.
That's okay. And I like that, because you got another film coming out, right?
Absolutely.
There you go. So how can we follow you, or do you have social media? Okay.
Yeah. You can find me on Facebook, Oliver Books, like the things you read, and or Instagram. That's at @the_Booksie, BOOKSIE. Either one of those will get you to me, and you'll see some of my film work and advocacy work and photography work. I'm all over the place. I've got ADHD, but I'd love to see you.
All right, and spell that Instagram, _book. How do you spell that?
Yeah, the THE_BOOKSIE.
Oh, I be seeing you on there. Okay, that's you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sneaking around. Yeah.
Okay, so now I know who I'm talking to. Awesome. All right, so we are so excited, Oliver. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Congratulations again on your nomination, and continue to do all the great work that you. So thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a good one. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. We are moving along. I'm telling these 15 minutes. I'm like, no, I need more time. But we got our next guest backstage, y'all. I'm telling you, when they signed up, we said sign up, they signed up. Block's gone. Okay. We're moving to now. Best screenwriter, y'all. I'm a writer, so we got a lot to talk about when he come on. Best screenwriter for the film The Independent Newspaper Company. Y'all give it up for nominee Hayden Roper. Come on up, Hayden. Hi.
Howdy. Glad to be here.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on your nomination for Best Screenwriter. Was it more than that, or was that the only one?
I think it was more than that. I think there was a Best Producer, possibly two. There were a couple. I had in these small productions, you got to wear a lot of hats.
Trust me, we wear all the hats, right? So I get it. So congratulations on those, and we're really excited to have you here. So let's dive in. At what point did you realize that this story was about to really turn into a screenplay?
Yeah, well, it had actually started as a just legal pad sketch notes in high school with a friend of mine, and then almost none of that ever made it anywhere, but that was the idea, rooted in an office workplace type comedy about a newspaper company that has no idea what they're doing. And then in college, I actually met some friends who were in film school over at OU. I was at Texas A&M, and I realized we kind of had the means. I met a really talented cinematographer over there, and some guys that were into directing. So then me and my friends focused heavily on the writing, the creative vision, and turned it into a much more achievable script with minimal budget. I think the whole thing was done for under about $2,000, which for a 20-minute pilot, it was built on the backs of lots of talented volunteers and college students. Could not have done it without them. I was a college student at the time too. And it was an absolute stars aligning to actually get the whole thing done. It was 4 days to shoot the whole thing in some hot days in Norman, Oklahoma.
Okay, well, that is exactly how you do it. You grab your friends, your buddies, and whoever we could come on and let's make a film. So I love that. Now, so you wrote the screenplay, right?
Yes.
So how did you begin developing the characters in this film?
Yeah, so some heavy inspiration we had was my personal favorite sitcom, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where they have a bunch of really terrible people doing hilarious things, and the characters aren't really ever rewarded for it, which is why it's kind of excusable that they're so bad. Uh, and so that was the inspiration, but then we found that it was really hard to write really horrible people and make them likable. So it's kind of that was the starting point, and so you have several important characters. The character I also play in the film, Max Griffin, is really more of just a bumbling idiot who just falls into situations and very confidently thinks he knows what he's doing, which sometimes has him doing bad things, but he doesn't perceive them as bad because he's not really aware of the situation. And that's kind of a recurring theme of these characters are put in situations where they're doing really bad things, but they're not aware it's bad because they're missing information about what it is they're doing. And then you have his kind of opposite sister, who's a very strong-willed, but also much more competent. Granted, she has her own problems, some rage bubbling under the surface that can hold her back. And then you have the other two main characters, MVP, who's a high school hero who is kind of still trying to relive the glory days, and Hugh, the kind of very soft-spoken, sweet one who clearly is still not over his ex-wife, as we see in the pilot, as that's a critical storyline.
So what was the most difficult part for you to write? You feel that was kind of hard?
The most difficult part to write, in general, knowing you have very limited scope and budget and everything, I find that makes it very hard to write, because when I write, I like to say the sky's the limit. And then later you come into very specific jokes, scenes, everything, and then you have a lot of freedom to mess around. But when you start off, hey, it's got to be like two people. They got to be inside. They got to not be doing a whole lot. That makes it really hard to kind of go with it. So it was making sure to start really wide. What is it we want to tell? And then after we've written entire scenes, it's like, okay, what's the best part of that? And now how can we make sure it's really easy to film? Because obviously we have limited resources and small space. So a lot of it was, okay, here's a bunch of good jokes. Can we just put those into two people in an office just talking and then still make it engaging? And part of it too, there's a little segment where they make a little sizzle reel for the company, intentionally low budget. So it's like, all right, well, we have a lot of wiggle room to make sure this doesn't look that good as long as it's still entertaining to watch.
Yeah, wow. I know. And how, I mean, when you got ready to how much did the screenplay change? Because I know for me, I write a lot. I'm like, okay, this is just, you have to really condense this down. So how much did the screenplay change from your first draft to what actually appeared on the screen? How much was that?
A lot. If we want to go technically, the first draft was on a legal pad that none of that made it. But I guess one of the more interesting stories of it is we had a scene for the B plot that was highly dependent on a very specific casting that we could make, and we could not find a person to fill the role. And the entire joke was built around how this person looked. And so obviously if we cast someone else, the entire scene falls apart. So this was literally about one day. On the first day of shooting, we were shooting this on day 4. We had to rewrite the scene because we're like, well, we have found someone for the role, and they look in no way like this they were supposed to for this scene. So we had to create just a whole new scene literally in the afternoon while the crew was filming. Me and the other writer went to a Starbucks and hammered out a 2-page, how can we just adjust this? Same spirit, but completely change the jokes, completely change everything there.
Wow.
What I find to be one of the more hilarious scenes, just kind of having to do it on the fly. But yeah, everything in that hardware store was rewritten during filming.
Really? But those sometimes always become the best scene when you have to do things like that. Seriously, but that shows how skilled you are, because that's a little stressful when I got to make these changes. But when you have good actors, they make it easy. Make it easy.
The hardest challenge, in my opinion, is with comedy specifically. It's not always best to write a joke and then just say that's the final version, because when you're talking to people, it can be really funny, but then you can come back 2 weeks later that's actually really cringy, and that's not we had a good time in the moment, but that's not actually holding up. So that was a very stressful of did what what we just wrote, is that going to be funny in 2 weeks? And there's really no way to know because there was no time. So thankfully, I think it ended up working out, but that's always a risk with comedy.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah. And y'all did a great job. Again, congratulations on the film. And it's a student film, right?
Technically, yeah. We were all students at the time of filming it, yeah.
Wow. Great job. So how many films have you done? Was that your first film, or have you done more since then?
I've technically done one short film outside of this, very small scale, that was done in high school. This was done at the end of college. And since then have not gone on to produce anything, because its main issue with a lot of this stuff is always money and like getting the resources to do it. But working on 2 scripts right now. One of them is a feature and one of them is a short film. The short film much more achievable if we can actually get some resources aligned to do it. But yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Wow. Well, like I say, you did a fabulous job on writing the script and getting everybody together. So how, when you found out that the film was nominated for an award in Texas TIFA, how do you feel? And you've got the nomination for Best Screenwriter and other people that are nominated as well. Hopefully we'll see them come on as well. But how did that feel, knowing that your work, somebody's looking? And these people are from, I tell everybody, I get excited because, you know, I make sure that I get judges that are not from Texas, so they won't be saying, yeah, they know, you know, because Texas is big, but a lot of people still know each other. But these are people that don't know and that actually came in and looked at your film as like, this film needs to be nominated. So how did that make you feel?
I mean, it's always a great feeling. It's easy to feel like people sometimes aren't even watching your films when you shoot them out into the void and just get some blanket rejections back. So it's really great. We actually just came back from another festival in Austin last weekend, and it's just fantastic seeing other people actually get interested in the work you've made, and obviously to be recognized is the highest possible hope you could have for anything. So it's a great feeling.
Good. So the film made it to another festival in Austin, you just said?
Yeah, it was a little shorts festival. Technically, we're a pilot. Sometimes it counts as a short. So
yeah, that is awesome. Well, we're really excited about you guys coming out, and hopefully we see y'all at the show. But what is the next type of story do you want to tell? Yeah,
comedy is always going to be the lean, because that's stuff that can be done the most cheaply and is, I think, most in my team's wheelhouse. But the short we're working on is actually more of just a strong concept. There might be some comedy elements in it. It might be a little more just making you think. So I like to think even with comedy, you sometimes make people think, but then layer in some really crass, low-hanging fruit to keep everybody entertained. But then if you really think about it, maybe watch again, there's a layer on top of it to think about and enjoy. So like to balance those two.
That's good. That's good. So anything else in the works? I know you said, budgets and things, but you got something that you're writing now, right? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, actually in the middle of writing 2 projects at the moment. Yeah.
2 projects. Oh, okay. So 2 projects. Wow. Well, I mean, I'm excited for you all. I love to see independent artists out here. We don't get the recognitions that we deserve. And that's the whole reason behind Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards, is that we want to recognize our indie. I'm not saying that none of us would never make it to the Oscars or anything like that. But guess what? We got it right here in Texas, y'all. And we're really excited about it. Tell us, how can we follow you, see your work? How can they see the film?
For sure. So because of some festivals that are still happening right now, the film is not widely available, but it will be in the next, 6 months or so. You can find the trailer for the film on our Film Freeway page. I believe I sent it in the private chat, but basically it's filmfreeway.com/the independent newspaper company. And so that's the trailer. It's on YouTube. I believe it's unlisted, so we might also have a link there.
I got it. Okay.
And then in terms of me personally, maybe a little unconventional for film, but I do have multiple careers. So LinkedIn's honestly the best way to reach me professionally. And you can just find me, Hayden Roper, at LinkedIn. Look for the guy that looks like me at a film festival. By day, I'm a software engineer, so you'll see that in my job title.
Oh wow, software engineer. Okay. Well, wow, it has really been a joy, and I'm going to put that out here in the chat as well. So y'all, this is how you can go see the trailer. Definitely go check it out. He's a phenomenal writer. This film is just something you definitely want to watch. I'm sorry, y'all can't go watch it. I watched it. Sorry, y'all can't. Not right now. He said 6 months, and once he get out of the film festival era, then that's how it works, y'all. We just can't share our films when they're wanting to screen them somewhere. But that's his LinkedIn information so that you all can get that and follow him. I need all of you to go follow him, bug him, not really bug him, but a little bit, and just share, see what he has to share out here with us. The trailer is phenomenal, so go check it out. Is there anything that we may have left out that you want to share with us that we didn't talk about before we go?
No, I don't think so. I really appreciate you guys having me on, and for y'all, liking what we made. It's always the best feeling when people resonate with the work you made.
Well, awesome. And congratulations again. We thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see y'all in next month at the show. And we're excited. What do you mind what city are you representing?
Yeah, I guess grew up in Plano currently, in Aubrey area near Prosper, so a little far north Dallas.
All right, because I remember we did the video and we was rep your city. So you Prosper in Plano area. Okay, y'all. Mm-hmm. All right, so Prosper in Plano, he's out here representing. Y'all need to make sure y'all show him some love, because soon we're going to be, and I hadn't mentioned this, we're going to be, we have the Texas Indie Choice Award. That's going to be coming out this week. So make sure y'all pay attention to that. Now, this is where the audience picked this award. So share it with all your friends. Tell them they better go vote 25,000 times. But it's the Texas audience get a chance to pick this award and the winner for this award. So make sure y'all stay tuned. So Prosper Plano, he needs y'all to represent and support him and this film. Okay. So thank you so much, Hayden. Thank you for showing up. Congratulations on your nomination. And hopefully we will see you next month.
That is the plan. Hope to see y'all soon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right, y'all. We pushing them through. We're on number 3. Wow. I mean, it is so good to see all the work that they are doing. And he was in college when they pushed this film out. So I'm really excited for them. So we are moving right along. Let's see who we have coming in for our next show. Let's see. All right. Looks like we're missing Miss. Okay, Alisa people. Let me check and see if she's backstage yet. That's who we are missing, Miss People. So we'll see if she's backstage yet. But while we're waiting on her, y'all make sure you go to www.ladiesinfilm.org and get your tickets. They are selling. Shout out to everybody that are purchasing tickets. We're really excited. Shout out to the city of Arlington for having us again this year, Bob Duncan Center, and we're just really excited as well. Shout out to the whole TIFA team, Ladies in Film membership that are working hard behind the scenes to get this show off the ground, and we're just really, really excited to be able to get this going. So let me see. It looks like we might have to switch. Y'all, this is the indie world. We may have to switch our guest around. So we have a little delay, but we do have a guest backstage. I don't know if he's ready or not to come on, but it's Arneil Brooks that is backstage right now. His show is not scheduled to 8:00, but it looks like we don't have Miss Alisa people backstage now, so we may have to move the show around, and that's totally okay. we'll wait till she get here. So hopefully she's not experiencing technical difficulties, but we will be waiting on Miss Peoples to get on the show. So Hayden, you are welcome. We are welcome. So do we have any questions in the audience while we wait for Mrs. Peoples? I think she's about to come in. Any questions? I am so excited. I want to thank all of you for joining in with us. Annie Lenz, let me see, who do we have on here? We're really excited to have you. Channell, thank y'all so much for joining. Thank y'all so much for joining. We appreciate that. So what we're gonna do, y'all, we're gonna see if we can get our next guest up and get him on a little earlier, because our guest is not available. So give me just 1 second. He might have his whole crew waiting on him at 8 o'clock, but we're gonna have to move the show, y'all. Hey, Evelyn. Oh, that's Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn. I see EDJ Boone. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you so much for joining the show. So give me a second, y'all. We do have another guest backstage, and that we're going to bring up. So we're confirmed with him to see if he's ready. And if so, we're going to go ahead and bring him up. And he's actually nominated for Best Supporting Actor. And he's actually in the film Karma and Heels. And that film was nominated for an award. It's a feature film by Kendra King and Damian King. And so Arneil Brooks is actually in this particular film. And we are really excited to be able to interview him on the show. So we're just waiting on him to see if he's available. We do apologize for the delays, y'all. And Mr. Brooks, if you can hear us. All right, give us just 1 second, y'all. We'll be right back. Don't leave us. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for staying with us. We do apologize for the delay. So our next guest will be up and ready in about 5 minutes. Unfortunately, our guest was Alisa Peoples Yarbrough, and we're not sure exactly what happened, but hopefully we will get her back on, and so that we'll be able to talk to her. She was nominated, is nominated for Best Supporting Actress nominee for The Rings That Bind Us, and I was really excited and ready to talk to her about this nomination in this film. And so unfortunately she was unable to get on right now, so we do apologize for that. That we're not being able to get on. But while we're waiting, I got a few minutes to let you know that we do have tickets on sale for the Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards. Again, you can visit us at the website at ladiesinfilm.org. And that is where the tickets are really going. And we really appreciate all that are buying them. And while we're doing that, there's something else that I wanted to go ahead and mention about the show and how kind of give y'all a little insight on how we actually pick the nominees. So when we're hosting the show, they go through Film Freeway and you're able to submit your movies, right? Your projects. And then we have judges that come in and go through all the films and look at them. This is where one thing I could say about the Texas Indie Filmmaker Awards show is that we really do value our judges. We really do value the feedback that they give us in regards to the film. And this year we're really excited because this is our first year that we're doing soundtracks. In the past we were doing movies. Music videos, but now we're doing soundtrack. And I think that really makes more sense and is really fair to the movies that do have soundtracks. And so we're really excited. This is our first year to do the soundtracks. And we got actually 5 filmmakers that do have their full soundtracks to their films. So that's going to be really exciting. So this is our first year hosting with and being able to share those films, the soundtrack and the music to those films. So that's really, really cool. And we're really excited about that. But we definitely want you all to make sure that you are following us on all of our social media pages. It's Ladies in Film TV, and that's on our TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm trying to see where we're at. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're on X as well and LinkedIn. So we definitely want you to follow us on all of those platforms as well. So please tune in for that. Share, follow. If you have not shared and followed this live, please do so because Mr. Brooks is about to get ready to come on in just a few. So we're excited. He just said he's ready. So y'all, we are really excited about having this guest. I've actually been following this young man on his social media platform, and I've gotten a chance to really see him grow out here in the industry. And so we're waiting for him to turn his camera on. But once he does that, then we know that he's ready to come out. I think he has a nickname, a little pen name, stage name out there. Y'all, we're calling him by his government name, Arneil Brooks. But I think if I'm not mistaken, he goes by Dev, the actor, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to bring him out. Y'all give it up. Remember the house rules. When people walk into the house, you're going to speak, right? So y'all give it up for Arneil Brooks for Best Supporting Actor nominated for Karma and Heat. Hi, how are you?
How are you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for coming, and congratulations to you on your Best Supporting Actor nomination. And we're just excited about you coming on. Now, tell us about how you got involved in this film and what is your role? What character did you play?
First of all, man, I just want to say thank God just for the opportunities. Whenever I do an interview, I got to start with so shout out to God.
Amen.
Second, I've been working with RKP, Kendra King and Damian King on, this is my 4th project that I've worked with them. And she saw something in me. I auditioned. I got the role of Pastor Terry.
Okay.
Yes, Pastor Terry. So anybody know me, man, that follow me on social media, they know me. I talk about God all day. I'm a comedian, I'm a joke, but I'm still throw in some of that encouragement. And so that's how I got on Carmen Hills. I auditioned, I got the role for that, and then I just made it my own.
Wow. So you played the role of Pastor Terry, right? Yeah. Okay. So, and you said that, because you really do have a real love for God. So this role wasn't too hard, but what made you interested in playing this character?
This is a true story. I went in there auditioning for another role. However, I seen that a lot of people was going for these same things. And so I ended up getting something else, and I learned, you know, the size for that one character, and it just clicked. And once it clicked, like I said, it was mine to lose at that point. Trusted me with it. I learned it. Now, it was some hard parts about this role. If people have seen the movie, and if you haven't, I encourage y'all to go check out Carmen and Hills. It was wild. It was wild.
Now, let me ask you this. When you first read the script, what was your first impression of Terry?
Terry was a jock. He's actually in a fraternity. Shout out to that. I'm actually in a fraternity as well. Alpha Phi Incorporated. Shout out to the bros. But he was in a fraternity, and so I already got the whole college vibe. So I was like, all right, this is cool. Now he's Terry, but he becomes a pastor. What happens that makes him, you know, what goes on through the story? I don't want to give it away, so I gotta watch it. I keep plugging.
They need to go watch it. It's a good story.
And so as I'm reading the script, I'm like, I love this. Honestly, my favorite part of this was that I was able to actually do a sermon. I was actually able to preach a sermon. So
okay.
I actually, you know, they gave me some things, and I actually wrote something just in case, because I was like, God want me to talk to the people, and they don't know that I'm about to be me and speak to everybody how I want to speak to them. And so the message that's in it.
Wow. So you got a chance to actually write in some of your own message.
I definitely threw in a few of my things, but she was really good with the message that she wanted sent it. So I didn't want to like deviate
change it up,
from
right?
What her message was, which was still connecting with a lot of people. And so, yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I get it, because I'm a writer. So and I tell my actors all the time, I wrote the script. Of course, I don't want you to come changing up my script, but you have to bring you into this character. This is a character. Pastor Terry has never been played by anybody. You played Pastor Terry. So if this film was to ever be done again and they recast the whole thing, they're going to have to come with whatever you brought and make it even better. Like for real. So you have to bring you into these characters. So I get it that you might have added a little this and that, because you had to bring you and create this character and bring this character to life.
Right.
Yes. Wow.
I liked it. There was some challenging points in there as well, you know. It was.
And what was the most challenging? That was my next question. What was the most challenging part of playing him?
Oh my gosh, the most challenging part was a scene that depicted a sexual assault, which is
okay.
Y'all got to go watch the movie.
Yes.
Because
it's on Tubi, right? It's on Tubi.
It's Tubi. It's over. It's Amazon
Several.
Prime. It's all over.
Okay.
And so the person that is playing Tempest, and she's actually one of my good friends in real life. And so having to do this in this scene and my own like real life morals, it hurt because of things that I've gone through in my life, things that I've seen people go through. Oh my gosh, we cried. Like we actually cried.
Really?
Yeah, we cried because it hit home. And not only that, it's like there's so many people that deal with this that never get their stories told. There's so many people that, you know, we brush off sexual assaults or whatever, because let's be honest, there are people that lie about these things, but then there are those that actually have this stuff happen to them. And so for me to actually have to show that side of me, which is not me, it was hard because all I was thinking about was real life, the people that actually go through this. And what if they could do what's getting ready to happen? What if they could do what's going on? So, yeah. That was probably-
that's deep. And just being honest, you as a man to say, I cried, that shows how much emotion was on set at that time, and the way that both of you had to deliver that scene, that it brought that much emotion to where both of you ended up crying. Wow. They really need to go see the movie. I agree with you. They really need to go and see the movie. Now, let me ask you this: how important was the chemistry between you and the rest of the castmates? Even the scene that you just described, how important was it for you to have that chemistry in order to pull it off?
It was extremely important. For this kind of project, you have to be in tune with, one, your mental. You have to go into this knowing how you are internally, individually, so that you are able to even, bring out and perform what you need to, show for the screen. Then the character development sessions, they're really huge on character development. So we're having these calls, we're having these phone calls, we're having these Zooms, we have these in-person reads where everybody's able to feel exactly what needs to be brought. When you're able to see it and you're able to hear it, it's so different than being on a computer seeing it. But when you're actually in person and actually you got the whole nonverbals that sell so many things. You got everybody around it's huge. It's huge. And so for everybody to actually communicate, build a kind of relationship around this project, it was huge. Like I said, it's family. It's definitely family.
Wow. So the film, because I watched it. So and I'm trying not to give it away either. I'm trying to, get these questions right. The film is very deep.
Yes.
It's very deep. I had tears as well when I watched it. What do you think audiences are going to, because some of it, this is a hard question, because it's so deep. But what do you think about the film? Do you think it's anything in there that they wouldn't enjoy or walk away with as far as a learning tool?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The movie is Karma and Heels. The word starts off with karma. It's how we treat each other. It's how
I love that.
It's the relationships that you go through. It's the, making sure that you understand that no matter what, somebody's always watching. Everybody got to pay, at some point, and with this project, it's like, hey, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what somebody has gone through. And so when you interact with these people, you have to make sure that you're genuine, like you're real, you're treating everybody kind. Like it doesn't, take too much to be nice to somebody. It doesn't take too much to be genuine. It takes a lot to be hateful. It takes a lot to be spiteful. It takes a whole lot more out of you.
I agree with
Even
that.
with my character, people will either love him or hate him, but you will love my character in the end, because
I know I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, when God, you're able to change your life around, and so
Yeah. Yes. Oh man, it was. I was like, oh no. Yeah, but what did you learn about yourself as an actor when you played through this role? Because you didn't touch on that, but you became very emotional. So what did you learn about yourself as an actor?
One, this was my first movie. People don't know, I've only been acting for 2 years. People feel like I've acted for years because I've ascended as fast as I have, but I don't think nobody around works as hard as me. Nobody. Nobody works as hard as me. And so for me, I think this was my first project where I had to actually dive into a different emotion that I've never done. And so having to do it multiple times, to get, whatever it is that's out. And I'm not even talking about filming. I'm talking about rehearsing this.
Right.
Filming was a whole nother ball game because I ain't gonna get my tips out yet. But for me, it was the emotional part of having to actually do this, especially with my scene partner. We talked about it. We worked on some things, and then we just want to make sure that what we was delivering, for one, let's be honest, was believable. Two, people can connect or whatever. And that's why I said, when people watch it, you're either going to hate me or you're going to love it. Or you're going to hate me and then still love me in the end type of deal. And that's what I want to give. So for me, I learned that I have some really, I have ways to go, but I have some levels that I still haven't even touched yet.
I see you got a fan here. Is that your mom? It says you're getting better. Is it your dad? You're getting better at interviewing, son. Great work.
Yeah, that is my pops. Shout out to pops. What up, man?
Hi, Dad. Look at him. I know that's right. Cheer for your son. Yes.
Hey, shout out to everybody. Shout out to my children, man. Shout out to my family, my girl, everybody. Like, I don't know if is she on here? Nyla, I don't know if you're on her now. What's up? Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to my brothers. Everybody that's on here. Shout out to the New Wave. Shout out to the Sip and Sing crew. Look, everybody that's supporting, man, because I'm going to say this. A lot of people don't know who I am. There's a small circle of people that know, in the DFW area, projects that I've done, and so they haven't seen who I am yet. The world is getting ready to know, because that's just the sense, that's where God has me, because my goal has always been to change the world. And so for me, I'm using my acting, I'm using that to build my platform to reach so many more people. They don't even understand what's getting ready to happen.
Amen.
But yeah, so shout out to everybody that support, whether it's tapping in here, watching this later, watching it right now, whatever, sharing the page, sharing the post. Support is so free. We share so much nonsense, but when we want to share the stuff that's actually uplifting and all that, we have a hard time doing that. So shout out to everybody.
Right. I agree. Thank you. That's amazing. And it's just, and I like what you said, that you said yet. They don't know me yet. And that's the way it is. You getting out here. I mean, I follow you. I see the work that you're putting in out there. You just continue to do what you're doing. And like you say, they see you, people watching. So let me ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you when you found out you were nominated for an award for Best Supporting Actor? How did that feel?
It felt really surreal, honestly, because I've done over 50 projects. And
wow.
For me to have this opportunity, when she held it in, she knew she was, what was going on before we knew. So when that popped up, I was like, yo, are you serious? Me? Like, what? Because I don't know, I really felt like I did a good job with this character, but I also feel like I said, it's so much more. And so when people see this, it's like, I was excited, man. I told everybody, I told my mom, I told my sister, man, I cried. I was like, they thinking they see me. They may not be showing it but they see it. Just to be in the numbers, to be nominated is just, it's a phenomenal feeling.
And you should feel that way, because like I was telling the gentleman earlier that I were interviewing, we work extremely hard with our judges, and we try to get judges outside of Texas, so nobody won't be saying, y'all know them, that's what y'all cheating. No, these people don't know y'all. And the cool thing is, the ones that I get are working in production. Most of them are in LA, and they got work that they're doing themselves. So let me tell you, I'm here trying to put Texas on. So we'll go to LA. Okay, we will come and get on your set, and we will be in your stuff, right? So I'm trying to make sure that our actors are being seen as well. So I applaud you. I applaud the work that you're putting in. Continue to do what you're doing. Are you gonna make it out next month?
Yes, look, this is my first one, so I gotta definitely tap in. We'll be in the place for sure.
What's the outfit looking like? I be nosy, y'all. You ain't gotta tell me everything, but let me just ask this: we got boots, hats. What the theme is Western. I know, every year, these dudes be coming. I'm just gonna warn you. Okay, can I warn you? Yeah,
we can warn you. These
dudes be coming in here. I almost went home at my own show because I said, wait a minute. They didn't tell me they were coming like that. I got to step my game. Oh, they be coming. I'm just going to
I tell you this, we're going to be ready. People see my movies. They know that I always got some kind of fashion going on in my stuff. So I'll be there.
What'd you say? You ready for them? Okay, you look like that type that you're going to come ready for them. So I'm excited, though.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that you are. So what would winning this award mean to you? What would it mean to you?
Honestly, to me, it would show that my work is not in vain. God put me on this spot for a reason. He put me in front of the people that he put me in front of for a reason. And like my voice, I feel like I'm anointed. And so for me to be able to win this is just a stepping stone for what's more to come, honestly.
Wow. I love that. I love that.
People don't know, I sacrificed a lot. And my children are like my biggest fans. I'm trying not to cry right now. They are my biggest fans, and they know I've sacrificed time away from them. I've sacrificed money away from them, and having this opportunity just to even be there is just one thing, but to win it, it's like we all won. Like my team, we all won. And so
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And I'm glad you said that, because I know I don't act. I'm the writer, but I still, when I do things, I got to be on set, and it takes away from your family, and it's truly a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice for the art and the love of what you're doing. And so I love that you shout out to your kids, and because you didn't have to say that, but the time that I'm taking away from them, I want to let y'all know that, hey, daddy might be away, but daddy doing some things. Yeah. Yes. Sure. I love that. I love that, because, and I have to apologize to my husband quite frequently, like, baby, I'm so sorry. But see, now he the cook. So I bring him on set to cook for everybody. So he worked with me.
It's a lot. It's a lot. People that are in relationships,
it's a lot.
Man,
it is.
Like that, it takes a strong person that actually supports you, that supports and believes in what you're doing, to be able to stand by you. And I have that. And so it's just like, keep doing what you're doing, man. We only
right.
Because who else you got it with? Yeah.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much. I think that 15 minutes ain't long enough. We got to bring you back on another show, because that's just not long enough. But we really thank you so much for coming on the show. Congratulations again on your nomination. And how can we follow you?
Absolutely. On Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, is Dev the Actor.
Okay.
It's the verified one. They got some Arab dude that had my stuff. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. They were making fake pages of me. I felt like when they made the fake pages, I made it.
You done made it. Yeah, they made fake pages.
It's me, Dev the Actor, on all social platforms, for sure.
Awesome. Well, Dev, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Last question. What's up next for you? What is up next for you?
I'm slated to film 5 projects within the next 4 weeks, so I'm busy. I got The Cost of Loyalty, She Fell from the Realist, Confederate States. It's a lot. I'm busy.
Wow. Well, congratulations again on all of that. We look forward to seeing you next month. And congratulations. And we wish you the best. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right. You have a good one. All right. Thank you, y'all. Give it up again for Dev the Actor. Yes, y'all. We have our last guest. Let me tell you, we are moving. All right, y'all. This film, I actually was following this when it was all the trailers and all the different things was coming out. And we got a chance to see, when I saw it come through Film Freeway, I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on. I am really excited, y'all. And one of the things that I want to share, y'all, this year, and I have a marketing degree, so I pay attention to stats. I pay attention to everything, y'all. So this year, y'all, and remind you, I mentioned this a lot, y'all, because I don't need nobody saying that ladies in film be cheating for people. We do not do that. You're going to work hard, you're going to get in, or you're not. But this year, y'all, all 5 of the feature film that the judges selected. See, we got paperwork. We got paperwork. We do our paperwork. Film Freeway, they can prove anything that we need to prove. All 5 of these films are Dallas films that were nominated. I was like, are you serious? So shout out to Dallas. Y'all doing it, because every feature film that was nominated is from the DF, probably Dallas. I don't even think it was Fort Worth. I think it was all Dallas in that area. So shout out to them. But for Best Director, y'all, my guest coming up for the film, Mr. Gates, Desmond Donahue is coming out, and I want y'all to give it up for him. Welcome him to the show. Hey, there he is. Hey.
Well, hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful, and same to you. Congratulations on your nomination. Now, some of y'all have more than one. Was it more than one, or was it the director?
Yes, for me directly, it is several. Actually, I have director, screenwriter, producer, editor, best film. But overall, it's 11 nominations, so it's a blessing to be considered and for you all to show us this much love. So thank you.
Wow, that is awesome. Well, we thank you again so much for just coming on to our show and gracing us with your presence. So let's get started at the beginning. Where did Mr. Gates come from?
Honestly, it came from a dream that I had in regards to some of the things that I was being trained on at the time about human trafficking. So I wanted to be able to write something, and then I acted for many years, and a lot of the roles that were coming through weren't, the level of outside of the, gang member number 1, number 2, and just some of the things that we always see. So I wanted to write something where Black men were being uplifted and fighting back with a positive cause. So that was really important to me.
Wow. And human trafficking, I've done a couple of films, small, short, on human trafficking, and that is such a big, real thing, and people don't realize how real and how close it is. They had a big ring here, and I'm from Fort Worth, not like a year or so ago in Fort Worth, and I was like, oh, like this is down the street around the corner. Like what? Like for real. So what made you say, I want to direct this story?
Truly because I felt like I didn't know anyone that could give it the justice that it needed. I had a couple directors in mind, but I just felt like I wanted to be recognized for that ability. Again, acting for so many years, I felt like, I needed to step out on faith and actually get it accomplished. I got the chance to see so many people behind the scenes when I worked on some films in Atlanta. I got to see Nate Parker work. I got to see Tyler Perry work, so
wow, okay.
Denzel, Magnificent Seven. So I was like, let me give this a try. Let me give it a go, because I over prepared. Let's just say that, because I just wanted to give it the justice that it needed. So yeah.
That's good. Now, how did you communicate that vision? What you just shared with me, how did you communicate that with the actors in your crew?
Just getting into the depths of what truly happens on an everyday basis in this underground society. I wanted them to understand the magnitude of that, and then to go down the rabbit hole that is happening in this film, because it's a lot of moving parts, but that's life. That's the realness. And there's so many different, it's a very diverse film, because again, that's life. And it affects so many people in so many different ways. And I just wanted to let them know that, be natural. This is something that occurs without any effort. So, so just know that your natural ability is truly what I'm looking for. And then I'll give some seasoning to it to just bring it to life after that.
Wow. And that actually is leading into my next question, because as a director, what is your process for helping an actor find the performance you're looking for without, trying to take away from their natural abilities, but how to bring that character to life? So what is your process for, because sometimes, and I've directed, and it's not that they didn't do it well, but you can see, I need a little bit, I need this. So what is your process? Do you just tell them, or you let them figure it out, or how did you work that?
I'm a method actor, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I lead with emotions and feelings and the deepness of why. Why am I feeling this way? Where is this coming from? What is the purpose? What is the outcome? What is the struggle? What are the challenges? So I go so deep into that aspect of it when it's truly needed, because my lead actor, first of all, Mac White, was phenomenal out of LA. I took him through the ringer. So it was
what you do?
Yeah, it was just a roller coaster of emotions that he went
with
through.
That script. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he cried a lot. It was some crying going on. It was some sorrow. It was some pain. It was some some uplifting moments, but then it was some funny moments. It was just so much range, because when I wrote this film, I always tell this story that I was writing it for myself to be a breakout actor. And then I realized, hey, I needed someone who has this talent, who has this technique of going into a role as a cast member as a character, because I always love the story about Forrest Whitaker, who there's times he runs around the environment and then just goes into the scene, and there's so many different things that people do to get there. And so I love that, he was able to pull that off. And Mila McCoy, who plays Emily Baker, phenomenal work as his assistant.
Yes.
We're
going to be interviewing her. I don't know if it's this week but yeah, we're going to be interviewing her. Okay. Yeah.
Well, incredible work. I mean, everyone did such a phenomenal job. And it was just a blessing all the way around.
Wow. Now, you wore multiple hats, as you already mentioned. How managing all these hats still that you were still able to protect your role as a director, because that's part of the indie life. That's part of it. Wearing all these hats. But how were you able to wear all these hats and still protect your role as the director?
It was a challenge.
We can keep it real right here. We can keep it real because we try to help the next person. Okay.
Right. Again, it goes to being prepared, preparation, but then it also goes to having a solid team. I praise my crew for just getting through the thick and thin. But staying organized helped a lot, because I say over prepared because I was solid on my locations. You go through things that are unseen, and whether it was juggling, with dealing with permits or dealing with the insurance for certain locations, or just so many things came up with the banks. Make sure that they are moving the amount of money I needed when I needed it. And so it came. It was a lot, especially as a producer. But it made me well-rounded to where my last production I worked on, I was able to be a unit production manager and get some major, work on a major film. So I'm grateful for these opportunities that made me into the beast that I am today, because I'm excited for what's to come because of what I made it through and how much I learned hands-on.
Wow. I'm about to ask you, are you over here looking at my questions? Because I'm like, he just keep answering the next question. Because Mr. Gates, what did making Mr. Gates teach you that you will take into your next production?
Wow, good question. It truly taught me, first of all, personalities. Dealing with so many personalities. I hired close to 300 people on this film, and we had stunts part of this film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people think that I had months to shoot this film, but we shot this film in 15 days. So,
wow.
So it was a lot to take on, especially being my first project, and especially being all funded out of my own pocket. So, but I saved my money for 5 years. I had a lot of my background is also in technology sales. So, I knew what it was going to take. I knew it was ambitious, and I got tired of waiting on the big studios to take me on. I was in my script was in a lot of big rooms. Let me say that.
That's good.
A lot of big rooms in LA, and I just got tired of the waiting game. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have to make this work. And it was the best decision I made in my life, because it really not only made something out of me, but it also gave me the reputation of where we are today as being really great as a filmmaker to be nominated this way and to have had as much success as we have.
That's awesome. So how when you find out that you were nominated for a TIFA award for Best Director, how does that make you feel to know that these are people from LA and other places that look at your work and said, okay, this film needs, and that's exactly what they did. This film needs to be nominated. How did that make you feel?
It felt amazing. I love to be recognized. I love for not only me, but it says a lot for the cast and crew. This is a joint deal, and we all are dedicated to seeing it through. So I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for everyone who took the time to watch it or to give us this nomination in so many different ways. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the outcome.
Yes, I'm excited as well. And like I said, when I looked at the numbers and I started pulling like cities, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna think. I said, all these movies. What up, Dallas? All Dallas. I thought that was very impressive to me. And like I say, these people don't know y'all. You know, y'all might know some of the judges, but I don't know. But for all of these films that come, you know, they're all Texas based. But to just see all the feature films that were nominated are right here in Dallas. And you know, one thing I noticed that we are out here in this industry, and everybody, you know, there's going to be a competition. There's nothing wrong with healthy competition. It's not. But when it gets to the point where it becomes unhealthy, then that's a problem in itself. But I feel like everybody should be able to pat each other on the back and pat each other. Y'all pat each other, because that is just, in my eyes, I'm a Fort Worth. I'm Funky Town. I'm from Funky Town. So, you know, I was looking like, wait a minute, where the Funky Town people at? Where y'all at? But Dallas, y'all did that. And I can't do nothing but, as a Funky Towner, say, congratulations. Y'all did that. I'm impressed.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Yeah, we need this. There's so much talent in Dallas that, you know, that's just needing to be exposed in a way that they can get their stars and flowers and be recognized.
Right.
And I'm just grateful to be able to do that. You know, my biggest thing right now, I've been talking with the city and some mayors around here, just to know that my goal is to be able to hire people consistently and to be able to bring that amount of work. I have 12 films in my pipeline right now that I'm working towards. Films and series that we're working on, as well as a docu-series that I'm a part of that just got through filming out of Key West in Florida. And shout out to Michelle. She's it's phenomenal stories that need to be told, and we need to tell our own stories. I'm so tired of other people telling our stories, and you know, it's not always telling the truth. So so I want to make sure that, you know, I'm doing that. And I'm tired of us always, again, being in the negative light. I want us to be shown in a way that is empowering.
I love it.
You know,
it
means a lot to me. You know, I have just had my son this year, my firstborn, and you know, so I want to make sure I'm driving a legacy. You know, I'm here to do something. I'm in my purpose, and I believe God is guiding me through it all. So I'm excited.
I love that. I love that. And congratulations on all you're doing. Like, you're doing it. Okay. Wow. So I'm excited. You just named all the things that you got going on and what you're doing next. So I just want to congratulate you on everything that you're doing. We're really excited. Are you coming next month? I'm asking everybody.
I got my tickets this morning, so yes, I'll be there.
Okay, all right. I know that's right.
Thank you.
So I'm excited. So, you know, I'm a little nosy before I get off. What your feet looking like?
Oh, I'll be clean. I don't step out the house unless I'm fly. So, you know.
He said, I'm going to be clean. That's it. That's all you get. Yeah, because, you know, we be trying to be nosy, and then we're going to be trying to run and go find something. I'm excited for you. And it's so nice to finally meet you. I can't wait to meet you in person on the red carpet. We're going to have a fabulous time. I just think that the work that you're doing out here is phenomenal. I do follow and see the things that you're doing out here as well. Everybody is watching. So I'm excited for all. I'm excited for all the filmmakers that were nominated this year, and it's from all over Texas. I mean, and that's the beautiful thing about this award show, is that we have people coming in from all over Texas, and it's about Texas. It's not about Dallas. It's not about Fort Worth. It's about Texas. And we, like you said, we want to tell our own stories and be able to tell them the way we want to tell them, and not telling somebody to tell us to chop the script this way or move it this way, or don't put that in there, because no, let us tell our story. So I love that for you. Congratulations on your baby. Yes, congratulations on the baby. How can we follow you? And is there anything else that you want to share before we go?
Yes, everyone can follow me. I'm Des Donahue, DEHZ Donahue, on all social media platforms. You know, definitely you can check me out on my website, which is dondegafilmstudios.com.
Okay.
That's where I host a lot of my casting for upcoming projects and crew as well. Anyone that's looking to get some work. We were preparing for our next production that was going to start next month, but we actually are preparing for January instead. So my next projects are out there. So I'm a unique mind. Overall, I'm writing things along the lines of Black Mirror meets Jordan Peele, meet sinners. So it's kind of out there, but really, truly deep, and some things that need to be said, especially with all that's going on today in this nation and with our people. So if there's anyone out there looking for an opportunity to truly be a part of something phenomenal, feel free to reach out. And the overall goal, just, have faith in yourself and believe that you can accomplish anything. And with God against you, with God for you, who can be against you? So that is what I'm truly stand for. And I'm excited for the road ahead.
Awesome. Well, we're excited for you. We can't wait to see you next month. We always have a good time at the show, and congratulations. And I can't wait to meet the rest of the cast members that's coming in behind you. So congratulations. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And thank everyone out there that have been watching. And for those of you that are going to log on later and look, thank you. And you have a good night. And thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right. All right, y'all, that's it. We made it. Listen, your girl was popping out these interviews tonight. These were amazing talent that came through. I'm so excited. I will be back tomorrow night and for the next episode too. And then Channell Rosebud will be coming in on Thursday. So y'all stay tuned. Continue to follow us, share, comment, subscribe to Live TV. And we thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Y'all have a blessed night. Good night.